Hi guys. Welcome back everybody. And new people, welcome to my channel. So today's June the 1st. Like, share, subscribe, and all that stuff. Today is June the 1st, 2020. And we got for our card today number 31, Ascended Master Mother Mary and Celestite. Unconditional Trust. Crystal Masters 333. And let's look these up. We haven't had a Ascended Master for a little bit, have we? I don't think so. Anyway, let's look up the Ascended Masters. We might have had, but we still want to look up the Ascended Masters either way. Alrighty, here we go. Hang on. The Ascended Masters are unconditionally loving spiritual guides who have mastered the lessons of Earth School. Most of the Ascended Masters in this deck have attained that spiritual success through incarnating as human beings. They therefore know how tricky it can be to successfully navigate life on Earth and grow spiritually in human form. They are particularly experienced in how to do what you and I are here to do. That is one reason why they can help us so powerfully. They are the guides who have literally walked the path a little ahead of you and therefore can advise you on what will work best for success and what will not. You will see that the great being of the sun, known in the spiritual mystery traditions as Helios, is included in this deck too, for the great loving light that this being shares, making life in our solar system possible. All the Ascended Masters included in this deck are devoted to humanity and the path of human evolution. In short, they want you to fulfill your divine destiny. Ascended Masters are still growing and evolving, just as the rest of the universe is. Yet they are at a point in their evolution where they are completely aligned with divine will and serve unconditional love. This they do with great compassion and energy to help every human be upon the earth evolve into the fullness of divine destiny. They work through the souls of human beings on the path of love in various fields, including politics, health, education, and the arts, to help support human evolution. They are all operating with the same spiritual objective in view, which is the spiritual liberation of humanity, but just approaching it according to their own unique talent and abilities. All righty. And this is 333. So number 3 is the result of union of the masculine spirit of the number 1 with the feminine relationship energy of the number 2, resulting in a birth of a new energy, the 3. This is divine creation. The number 333 is the energy of divine creation of the bringing together of masculine and feminine, and the result is wholeness. The 333 vibration is divine creation. It contains a very strong energy for learning and wisdom and helps the mind open and perceive higher knowledge, supporting the realization that the divine purpose of life is for the body and the spirit to learn to love, unite, and shine together to become a genuine presence of divine love in this world. Working with the number pattern 333 is like dialing up the vibration of the Ascended Masters and the divinity they seek to awaken and stimulate within us. The Ascended Masters help us particularly with our life path, protecting us so we can receive all the assistance we need to fulfill our divine life purpose as we grow spiritually. The vibration of 333 resonates throughout this deck, especially in the 18 cards that belong to the Crystal Masters 333 suit. When you draw a card that belongs to the Crystal Masters 333 suit, you are being given an additional message that your focus at this time is intensely spiritual. In some way, you are going through a growth spurt, spiritually speaking. Whatever is pressing upon you right now is of utmost importance to your spiritual journey. And in some way, you are being tested by life because you are ready for it. Have faith in yourself. Do not lose your confidence. Do the healing process if you choose and just keep going. According to divine timing, any issue bearing upon you at this time will pass, and you will have grown significantly because of it, becoming able to accept more of the life awaiting you. Feel proud of yourself for reaching this stage and do not give up. Great spiritual reward is heading your way. Okay, now let's look up our number 31 and see what it says here. Or the Ascended Master Mary. Oops. Ascended Master Mother Mary and Celestite. Unconditional trust. We bring you the blessing of unconditional trust. There are times when trust comes easily. Perhaps life is proceeding according to some sort of plan, or you have enough money to feel safe, sufficient prospects on the horizon to feel excited, and enough love in your relationships to feel wanted and valued. Then there are times when it is harder to trust. Perhaps none of the above applies to you. You are lost, feel alone, confused, and without a clear plan or sign of hope ahead. You may be frightened and just want something to lift you out of the darkness and into the light. Your mind and perhaps your family and friends might tell you that this is a time that is crazy to trust. They may tell you that you should try to fix yourself, get real, give up, and get on with life. Do not listen to doubts or negativity in or others or yourself. It is safe to trust. The Divine Mother is watching over you and will guide you safely into the new life awaiting you now. The Oracle of Unconditional Trust says to you that this is a time when you need to trust the most. This is a time when you need to trust unconditionally. You may feel comfortable doing this, or you may feel deeply challenged by this idea. You may feel there is no particular evidence that you should trust, and yet you'll happily do it anyway. Or maybe you feel that trusting without a sign that things are going to improve is beyond you. Either way, this oracle brings you a message. The divine is looking out for you. For the weary and anxious mind, unconditional trust can bring such relief. The idea that you don't have to keep worrying and that everything is going to work out according to a higher plan and divine grace can soothe away mental anguish and emotional suffering. If it is difficult for the mind to let go, it might prefer to keep worrying and trying to work things out. This could be especially so if you have relied upon people before and been let down, or don't feel absolutely certain the universe loves you and has your best interests at heart to always act for your greatest good. If the mind is in a fear response like this, it needs to be reassured. It needs to understand why you are in a situation where unconditional trust is being asked of you in the first place. There may be many reasons, some of which you can come to understand in hindsight. There is one reason that is always true, however, and it may help your mind to relax a little and allow your heart to take over. This reason is that the divine wants you to be more involved in your life. Uh, this reason is that the divine wants to be more involved in your life. Little word, big meaning. It wants to help you avoid unnecessary pitfalls, pain, and obstacles, and only go through the suffering absolutely essential for your growth. That is so much less than what we fear or expect it to be. It wants you to be filled with divine love and to live a life that is increasingly free, graceful, and blessed so you inspire others to trust unconditionally too. How can this happen? Only when you allow the divine unrestricted access to your life. The only way you can do that is by trusting unconditionally. Imagine absoling down a cliff. The divine is spotting you from below and above. It can see where you could stumble and is managing the ropes so you are secure. You still take the journey yourself, but you have some divine eyes, hands, and guidance to help you take the journey in the best way. You might have difficulty trusting in your spotters. You might stop and keep checking for yourself what is happening, and yet still not be able to see the entire cliff face clearly. Maybe you get twisted in your ropes, become frozen in fear, or ignore the guidance and end up hurting yourself. You may believe that the pain you experienced happened because your spotters weren't trustworthy. Actually, it happened because you weren't trusting. That's okay. It's not fun, but it happens sometimes. The divine is always there waiting for us to trust, with loving guidance and a willingness to help us find an easier way next time. This is how we learn and grow as human beings and become more able to let the universe help us in life. When this oracle comes to you, it brings guidance. It's safer to trust unconditionally in the divine guiding hand than the limited perspective of your own mind at this time. The divine can and will navigate you safely through your life journey if you allow it. You don't have to be afraid. You'll handle whatever you need to handle and you'll do it well. But you have the opportunity to avoid unnecessary suffering and enjoy a smoother journey by trusting unconditionally that your affairs are going to work out exceptionally well. Why not take that opportunity for yourself and for the divine to manifest itself even more brilliantly through you into the world? Do that for yourself now and the rest of us by trusting that everything is working out. And the healing process. To integrate this guidance, you may like to say this invocation now. I call upon the crystal angel of Celestite and the ascended master Mother Mary who love me unconditionally. Thank you for the divine healing blessing of unconditional trust. I grant a divine, unrestricted access to my life through unconditional love and divine mercy. My trusting heart loves you and accepts your guidance so we can shine as one for the greatest good, bringing trust into the hearts of all living beings. I feel so safe, loved, protected, guided, helped, and supported by the Universal Mother. She loves me so much. Thank you, Ma. Thank you. I accept your unconditionally loving help through divine grace and my own free will. So be it. If you wish to further integrate this guidance, hold the oracle card with a mandala image facing inwards at your heart chakra at the center of your chest. Relax and breathe in and out several times, and you might want to concentrate on the oracle card as you do this. Then say aloud, I choose of my own free will, through this and any lifetime, and through all layers of my entire being, to thoroughly release, forgive, and free myself from any wound, experience, or related belief system to do with mothering and trust. May broken trust be healed. May distrust give way to peace. May all beings feel the healing relief of unconditional trust in the love that the universe has for them as they are supported unconditionally through the loving grace of the divine, through divine compassion and unconditional love. So be it. Hold the oracle card flat between your palms so you can place your hands in prayer position with the oracle card between them. Bow your head and say, "May unconditional trust empower divine grace to flourish in the world, bringing relief and peace to the hearts of all living beings, according to divine compassion and in service to the great divine plan of loving unfolding. So be it." You can finish your healing process with this affirmation. Said it aloud 3 times. I trust the divine unconditionally, and my trust opens the flow of grace, protection, assistance, and love into my life. I trust the divine unconditionally, and my trust opens the flow of grace, protection, assistance, and love into my life. I trust the divine unconditionally, and my trust opens the flow of grace, protection, assistance, and love into my life. Alrighty then, and that's the whole thing for today, June the 1st, 2020. And I hope this finds you all well and safe and happy. Have a lovely, lovely, lovely day. Take care in all things. Trust unconditionally in the divine as things are playing out to our own highest good. Have a lovely day. And then I'll talk to you later. Bye bye for now.